the quail roosters will crow. There's no getting around this, it's just a natural process, it's what they do. You just need to be aware of it. The quail rooster crow is not that noisy compared to a chicken rooster, but if you have a lot of them and they crow at the same time, it definitely can be quite noisy. I've experienced that myself. Too noisy, this one. So what you need to be aware of is, where is your cage in relation to your neighbours? If you're in the suburbs, that may be something to be mindful of, and the times of the day that they crow. So aside from that puberty period, when roosters come of age, they crow a lot for probably 3 to 7 days. Once you get over that, the roosters will predominantly crow in the morning, just before daybreak. So they'll really all fire off about then, probably for about, it's normally about 20 minutes. But if there's clouds on the horizon, that tends to protract it. It sort of slows down that dawn, and they can go a bit longer. Then they will periodically fire off throughout the day, but it's very, very rare and kind of sporadic and just one-offs. So there's not really much during the day. And then I found right before dusk, maybe an hour, half an hour before dusk, they'll have a couple of more goes, but it's nothing compared to the morning. That morning is when you get the real hit. It's right on dawn now. I'm at the back door. I'm about 12 to 13 metres, about 40 feet from the quail cage. There are some native birds chirping away and a plane flying over to get that comparison. We're right next to the quail cage now. So how do you manage it? One of the key ways to do this is to get your rooster numbers down. Once you've established the ratios that you need and how many you want, you can get them down by either butchering the excess roosters or selling them off or giving them to friends. So that's one option. Get them down, then just by sheer volume you'll have less roosters, so it's not as noisy. The other thing to do is to look out for the odd rooster that's particularly noisy. You get the odd ones that just kind of, they're louder and they fire off more frequently. Usually someone thinks they're the alpha and they just go non-stop. I've had, probably in my time, I've had 2 roosters that have just lost the plot and they'll just crow incessantly non-stop all throughout the day as well, and you got to deal with that. Other than that, once you get the numbers down and they get through that, usually it changes season, they'll kind of calm down. So when you go into spring, they'll fire off and then they'll calm down throughout summer, and it's not too bad. It's not, they're not really noisy, but it's just something to be aware of.